program of the Asia Foundation was launched in November 2015 with the intention of strengthening local governance along three themes. The first, to strengthen economic resilience; the second, to improve representation in decision making; and the third, to improve redress mechanisms. The program will test models to strengthen local governance in 9 selected local authorities in all 9 provinces. The intention of this program is to create dynamic economic centers and transform these 9 local authorities into secondary cities. A competitive selection process has been designed to select these 9 centers. Our senior technical advisors will explain further.
So this concept of dynamic economic centers is somewhat new, which is actually identifying the potential local authorities which would contribute to a large extent to the national economy. First of all, what we did, actually we identified the dynamic economic centers in a province using certain criteria. There are 5 criteria we have used. One is the population density, second one is entrepreneur base of that particular location, third is the urban nature, fourth is how best the particular local authority has been linked backward and forward in terms of economic development. In addition to that, the 5th criteria, we check the capacity of revenue generation in that local authority. We assess each of the local authority in the province and identify the top 6 dynamic economic centers. These are the local authorities going to contribute more for the economic development. So we identify top 6 of the local authorities in the province, and we have invited them for this Writeshop competitive process where they write a proposal in order to identify 1 out of 6 for creating a model local authority in that province.
You have to do some work, some writing and calculations. That's what it means, Writeshop, not workshop. Workshop means that some activities are there. Especially we want to highlight 4 points. That's our selecting strategy. That is, first is demand, and second one is their commitment. How, for what extent they can contribute. And at the same time, that it's a kind of a commitment from their work side as well as the financial side. What extent they want to own the program. Not only that, because that ownership is very important. Without ownership, we cannot run a good program. That is why we want to insist these 4 criteria on all participants.
The reason why we designed the Writeshop is to create a level playing field in which a select set of well-performing local governments get an opportunity to understand the character, the nature and the content of the subnational governance program that the Asia Foundation is designing. Look at some of the tools and ideas and concepts the foundation has developed, understand them, contextualize them, reflect upon them, and then come out with their ideas on, if they receive funding, how best they are going to use this knowledge and skills to improve the the economic and conditions and public service delivery rendered by these organizations. I don't think most of the participants did not anticipate what the Writeshops were all about. I think they came mentally and emotionally prepared to be in a place for 1.5 days, probably hear some lectures, get some opportunity to give feedback. But the way the program was designed was giving them the knowledge, showing them the larger picture, and believing in them to create their own ideas out of that was something new, especially to those in public sector who are never exposed to such opportunities to do lateral thinking or creative thinking. Being a curious audience, the whole participant, the entire group became very active, proactive, and participatory, and started collectively bringing out issues and working around solutions which they thought would fit their context much better. The workshop's objective was twofold. One, communicate the idea of the new program in very simple, effective, easy to understand terms to a set of potential people who would be your partners. I think to that extent we succeeded, not because of the technical sessions that were held, but because we demonstrated some of these ideas as live examples in the gallery walk, where kiosks were set up which demonstrated how local government functionaries are using some of these ideas in their work setting. And for the participants, it was like listening to one of their own talk about how these ideas helped in raising revenues, in engaging with citizens and solving complaints and grievances. So that worked, I believe that worked very well.
With the completion of these workshops, we asked the participants to share with us their feedback.
මේ වැඩසටහනේදී දැක් විශේෂත්වය තමයි කෙලින්ම ලිඛිත ප්‍රශ්නයක් දීලා උත්තර සහ කතා කිරීම කෙරෙව්වේ අපේ කණ්ඩායම තුළ. ඒක විශේෂ දෙයක්. ඒ කියන්නේ එතෙන්දී ගොඩක් වෙලාවට පොදු කණ්ඩායමට හැමදේම අදාළ නැති වෙනකොට එක කණ්ඩායමක් අලසකමින් කාලය ගත කරද්දී තව කණ්ඩායමක් තමන්ගේ වැඩේ නියැලෙන workshop එකට වඩා වැඩමුළුවකට වඩා හැම කණ්ඩායමක්ම සක්‍රියව තම තමන්ගේ කණ්ඩායම වැඩ කළා. ඒ වැඩ කිරීම තුළ තම අපිට නොපෙනුවට සමහර විට තම තමන්ගේ අඩුපාඩු සහ දුර්වලතා ඒ කණ්ඩායම තුළ හඳුනා ගැනීම සහ ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒවා අවබෝධ කරගත්තා කියලා මම හිතනවා. නමුත් ඇගේම අවසානයේ කාටද අපි උදව් කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා මම හිතනවා පහසුවෙන් හඳුනා ගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා.
The last 2 days we are learning a lot of things, especially we are working the last 30 years in the local government sector, but we don't know what is our situation, we don't know what is our progress. These 2 days we identified our present situation and what we are going to do, where is our target. All we understood these 2 days.
SNGP වැඩසටහනේ අපි ලොකු දෙයක් අධ්‍යයනය කරගත්තා. මේ වැඩසටහන තාම සාර්ථකයි කියලා අපිට හැඟෙනවා. ඒක පළාත් පළාත්වල වැඩ කරන නිලධාරීන් විදියට මේ ආසියානු පදනම පළාත් පාලනය පිළිබඳව මනා දැනුමකින් මේ වැඩසටහන ක්‍රියාත්මක කරනවා.
This video was on the first phase of the Subnational Governance Program. We will now move on to the second phase, which is to conduct baseline studies on in-depth context analysis of the 9 chosen local authorities.